So as part of the promotion for our fifth annual fundraiser for MND, I'm doing a series of little interviews with some of the legends that we will be meeting and hearing from on the day. And one of those is Vicky Whitfield. Vicky, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving up your time freely for this event as everyone does. Need to just give a bit of context to why you've been invited, because actually for a relatively young prop, you've achieved a huge amount in the game already, right? Um, 13 caps for England,
Yeah, 13 caps.
13
So
caps for England. Put that into context, the rugby league women don't play half as many games as the Red Roses. Um, World team of the tournament in 2022 World Cup. That's no mean feat at all. And on a domestic level, 4 Challenge Cup trophies. I'd rather not revisit a couple of those because they were against the Rhinos. 2 League Leader Shields and a Super League title. That's pretty impressive. That's a pretty impressive haul for a young prop.
yeah, I like how you keep calling me young. That's great because I think all this year all I've had is that we're an Asian squad. So yeah, um, no, it's been quite a ride to be fair. Like obviously I've had the lows of having been injured and things, but then
Yeah,
when you look back and see how much I've actually achieved in that time when I was part of the squad when they first started in 2018. So yeah, it's quite something.
I mean, St Helens have been prolific in the women's game for a while, right? So obviously we've got York and a couple of others, and Wigan coming up on the rails now. But the Red V have always set the standard, don't you think?
Yeah, I think they inherited quite a good squad from Thattle Heath, which was the amateur club before obviously they started as Women's Super League. So yeah, they inherited quite a really strong squad and then have just kicked on with obviously the facilities and the sort of resources that they've been given along the way. So yeah, always tried to drive standards, but then obviously this year you've had Wigan come in and changed it up again. So which is really exciting and a new challenge for next year.
Absolutely, and the game, the Super League game for women has grown enormously over the course of the last few years, hasn't it? What do you put that down to?
I think it's just obviously from the World Cup, there was a massive increase in participation rates and things like that. And I know people behind the scenes in the RFL have been doing a lot of work getting more girls involved in the sport. Um, it's more visible for young fans to see. And each game that you play, you see more people there, new faces there as well, not just the people that rock up every week. So I think it's just becoming more and more popular. And there was a stat that I saw before, a young fan tagged me something before, and it was about meeting your female sporting idols and then believing that you can do anything. So that I think it's things like that are making it more popular and making it grow from strength to strength. But obviously not where we want to be yet, but it's getting going in the right direction.
100%, 100%. We can't talk about the growth of the game without talking about Vegas. I recognise there's a couple of things about Vegas you're not going to want to talk about. One is the result, and geez, you suffered a biff.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I think I've just about recovered from that now. But no, I think if we look at Vegas in whole, it was, you know, preparing for that and going over there and experiencing that as a player, selfishly, it was a really great experience for me as an athlete to experience. Um, you then, you play the game and it went the way it did. I think it highlights where we are as a sport in this country, and you could say the same for the men playing Australia at the minute, but it kind of highlights how far behind we are in development compared to nations like Australia. So it was, I think it needed to happen. Obviously, it wasn't nice as a player to have, suffer the backlash of that and all the rest of it. But I think it's something that needed to happen to hopefully now progress further than we potentially would have if it had not had happened. But yeah, I had my experience cut short with that head
You
knock.
just a
So
head knock. I mean, there's an
I,
understatement.
I know,
It
I
was
know.
just
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, just a tackle technique that she got all wrong, and I think what was really um respectful and big respect to them is the Jillaroos captain come up to me in the hotel when I got back from the hospital, and was checking if that was all right, and she was like, "Do you know what? She keeps doing that. She needs to sort of tackling technique out." So I was just a bit like, "Oh,
Maybe
okay."
tell that before the game, not after.
Yeah.
Tell me you got to go out on the guzzle and do a bit of Vegas after that.
I didn't. That's it. That was my night cut short completely. And so I was in hospital for, gosh, I think it was 7 hours.
Wow.
And then I was back to the hotel early hours of the morning. The doctor just had to keep checking on me, because everyone was out, everyone was enjoying themselves. Bless Kira Bennett, my roomie, she come back early to make sure I was okay. So, and then next day we were preparing to get back home. So yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
There's there is a precedent. I mean, nobody wants to talk about that result, and it was horrible. But I remember the England men's rugby union team taking an absolute walloping in Australia around about 1998, 1999, I think. And 4 years later, they won the World Cup. So,
Yes.
you know, and it was Australia, and they learned the lessons. They learned the lessons pretty rapidly. Obviously, the Red Roses have had a phenomenal few years, 30 plus games unbeaten, and steamrolled their way to the World Cup. Is there any inspiration you take from those guys? I'm thinking particularly as you go to PNG in Australia for the World Cup next year.
Yeah, those girls just literally smashed it, didn't they? Like, watching that was incredible, and to see again the stadium's full of fans and things like that, it was just incredible. And the personas that you saw in the lead up to that as well, just added to all the hype, and then they backed that up with the performances that they did. So it was really inspirational to watch. And I think as a female athlete, I get behind any sport in this country, whether that's football, rugby union, the tennis, whatever it is. But yeah, it was really good watching the girls, get the win, and yeah, in the style that they did.
News flash: we've got Lou Meadows, who was the attack coach for the Red Roses, coming along to the event. So she's going to bring some pretty interesting insight, I'm sure. And she's also now coaching the sevens on the GB sevens on the sevens towards circuit. So she'll be great to hear from. When I reached out to you and said I'm doing this little event at Twickenham. Sorry about that. Couldn't get Wembley. What made you say yes? I'd love to come along.
Yeah, I think obviously when you see MND, like it means a lot to all the rugby community. I think you just instantly think of Rob, don't you? So for me personally, I know before our Papua New Guinea game in the World Cup, Rob and Lindsay come in. It was actually Lindsay that was presenting our shirts, and Rob felt a bit left out, so he come along as well. But it was all about Lindsay being sort of the ultimate woman of steel, and all the amazing things that she did for Rob and for the family and the charity. So we heard from Lindsay, and then Rob had to say a little message as well, which was great to hear from him. And then they handed out our shirts, and then the following day I had the best game of my career. So and then he actually tweeted out a little message to say Whitfield was a level above tonight, and that just made that's like a core memory for me now. So when you messaged about doing this, I think I just thought of that moment and thought, what, I'd love to give back, and just to be there and to be around so many amazing people as well, all there for the same reason. So yeah, that's why.
Well, sincerely thank you, and thank you to the other 19 now players, both past and present, that we've got coming along, who are all doing this for free, so we can raise as much money as we possibly can. Lindsay is going to be there. So she's going to give another extraordinary inspirational introduction. That woman is genuinely incredible, and as you say, a woman of steel in her own right. We've got less than 20 tickets left to sell this event out now. It is on the 22nd of January. It is at the Allianz Stadium in Twickenham. You will get a 4-course meal, you get a champagne reception, be half a bottle of wine each. We've got some little goodie bags that are going to be a surprise on the day. I'm not going to tell you about that. And you're going to get treated to some talks and some jokes and some laughs and some hugs from the good and great of rugby league and rugby union. Rugby league, we've got people like Paul Sculthorpe coming along again, and Kyle Amor. Obviously, Brian Carney is our host for the day. from a union perspective, we've got 6 ex-British and Irish Lions coming, which is extraordinary. And as I say, some of the Red Roses girls as well. I need to know, because every year we find a special talent outside of rugby from one of our guests. We've found referees who can sing. We've found all kinds of weird stuff. What's your special talent outside of rugby that we can expose on the day?
I'd love to say I have one, but honestly, I don't. Rugby is my special talent. I'm such a boring person away from rugby. I'm going to have to find some hobbies when I retire. But yeah, I'm pretty boring, unless I discover one on the day. But that will be entertaining for everyone.
All right. Well, there's my inspiration, right? Maybe we should do Rugby's Got Talent at the event. Okay, so no party pieces that you're going to admit to, at least.
No, if I get a bit giddy, the worm does come out. But
yes,
that's about it. That's as good as it gets.
Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Vicky Whitfield doing the worm. There's the entrance fee alone. Apart from getting giddy and doing the worm, what else? Is there anything particular you're looking forward to on the day?
I think it's just being around like-minded people. Again, celebrating like 2 amazing athletes that inspire us all. And just hearing from all those people and just being around all the people that have bought tickets as well and having great conversations on the day.
Super. Vicky, thank you so much. Thank you again for your time today. Thank you for your time in January. Really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the worm.